are your levels, Jeffrey?
My levels are always good.
Always.
I don't know if I would go that far, but
So this is a messy start to another episode.
this is a classic start. What do you mean, messy?
Welcome to Serving You.
Messy my ass.
Yeah.
Well, messy Jeff's ass. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Serving You.
Hi, Madonna Mia. Hi. This is crazy. Okay, first topic, or the topic for today.
So today's topic is mine, and I had something in mind yesterday, and then today's topic is based on an experience that we had yesterday. And today's topic is...
By the way, I was there yesterday, and I don't know what this is going to be.
I don't either. We were both there.
Well, that plays into my topic of indifference. And let me preface this.
I need
Let
to
me
connect
preface
on,
this
please.
by...
Yes.
I am not the type of customer that expects someone to do somersaults when they come to the table. No. I fully understand from having worked in the industry that when the server walks up, if they don't know me personally, that they flip a switch, they go on script, and it's all a facade. Now, I'm not saying that people aren't genuinely happy to see customers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But went somewhere yesterday for lunch. Lunch was fine. Service was fine.
I was trying to remember where we were and what happened, but is Robert Redford, is he the problem? I'll tell you that.
Well, first of all, Robert Redford's dead. And two, I did not see anybody yesterday that even remotely looked like Robert Redford, even if I were on crack.
Whoa.
I'll anecdote this later.
Crack
Go
goggles.
on with the service.
So anyway, again, service was fine, lunch was fine, everything was fine. What ruined it for me is you had gotten up from the table to go pay.
Okay, yeah.
I had stayed behind to finish off my sweet tea or something. I don't know. I can't remember. And as I was walking to join you, our server walked right here, looked at me, and kept walking. Again, not expecting cartwheels or somersaults or pirouettes or anything like that.
I don't think he could have done any of those.
No, I know he could not have done any of those. However, for me, it kind of ruined the experience. Become like, oh, that's your last opportunity to make a good impression, and you just looked at your customer who, for all you know, could have been going to pay and didn't. There was no smile. There was no acknowledgement. There was no thank you for coming in. There was no see you again. It was, and kept walking.
What was the age of your server?
He's in his 50s.
Oh, so old enough to know better.
He's in his mid to late 50s, I would say.
There is that issue with the younger crowd. I've heard that they're very indifferent. They don't make eye contact. They don't greet. They don't engage.
I don't know if this server hates me or not. I don't know if he remembers me, and I don't know if he hates me.
I should have known that this is something from Jeff's past that's now coming to bite me in the butt.
Is that maybe why he didn't speak, though? Was there some...
I'm not surprised.
some personal connection?
Cut to 15 to 18 years ago, when I was working at Beeks. This lady came in, this middle-aged lady came in, late afternoon or whatever, and she's like, I'm meeting a first date here. I'm meeting a blind date here. My friend set me up. I'm so excited. My friend set me up. And then, I don't know why she sounded like that. And then...
I liked it. It was
a
good portrayal.
And so she seemed a little bit... And she was like, hey, listen, my friend says he's going to look like Robert Redford. And then she goes, so I'm so excited. But if it doesn't work out, I need you to come in with, like, I got a phone call and there's an emergency, so I can leave. I swear to you,
bartender into
I
her.
swear to you, she did.
That's pretty dirty.
It's so,
I don't like
and
that.
I felt so dirty doing
I don't like
it.
any of
Also,
that.
I was bored that afternoon, so I did it.
That's entertainment, but
unfortunately, that server is the one that came in, and she's like, he does not look like Robert Redford, and he doesn't. But also, she didn't look like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Exactly.
Like
I'm sure she wasn't who she pretended to be either.
You know, she was a homely lady herself, but it was just... So then, I didn't have, like, rules on the. So I was like, I think she owned like a store or something. So I was like, hey, your daughter's calling for you. Your store's on fire.
How did you know to step in, though? You just looked at him and was like, oh, he's not Robert Redford?
No. Jeff would just want to stir the shit pot.
Well, Beaks on Florida.
They could have been having a wonderful day, and because Jeff had that
Let's watch it implode.
Yeah, Jeff, you know what?
No.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
No.
Yeah, give me the spoon. I have a shit pot to stir.
At Beaksville, Florida, there was like an outdoor bar and indoor bar all connected. And she was like, excuse me, they were sitting on the outdoor part of the bar, and she was like, I'm going to go use the restroom. And she came inside, and then she was talking shit about this poor dude. And,
on the date?
and I was like, this guy has done nothing wrong. First of all, you don't know how his friends presented you to him.
Fucking hate
and I'm sure
dating.
he's also let down. But so I gave her out. She left without even offering to pay. She left this dude to pay everything. And I know that he's been a server at that restaurant in St. Pete for over a decade, 15, 18 years.
This was the server, though, that you had last night?
And this
was
is the server.
the not
Yeah.
Robert Redford?
And every
Wow.
time I go into that
I cannot
restaurant,
believe how connected this
for
is.
the next 15 years, every time I've gone into that restaurant and I see that server, I just, my instinct in my head goes, he's not Robert Redford, because he's not, and he shouldn't be described as. But he was a sweet guy. Went on a date.
That's why you got
But
Indifference.
here's the thing, though. I have no idea if he remembers me. I have no idea if he remembers that incident. I have no idea. But he never seems happy to wait on me. So I don't know if that's just him.
Well, I will say this, and you know this is a fact, that I don't always base my opinions on what is happening to me or our table.
Yeah.
I will watch.
Yeah.
And
The
plus,
server
I just
interact with
enjoy it.
everybody, yeah.
From having worked in the industry,
Yeah.
I just enjoy watching the dance.
Right.
You
No,
know,
that's fair.
And
Especially for
I
food.
will say, the indifference was not specific to our table.
No. I mean, and again,
Oh, he's just not personable.
I think he's been 20 years at that restaurant, and it's a counter restaurant to yours. It's the lunch and dinner restaurant
Okay.
down the road from yours.
I'm trying to think if at ours we have people like that.
And so I don't know if yesterday was specific or not,
Hmm.
but in general, we'll talk about indifference. I would just wanted to give a little bit of context as to it may have been.
Well, I have a question for you from that standpoint. Do you, ew. Do you, sorry.
For the record, I just showed Melissa the name of the restaurant because we're not trying to badmouth any
We're not,
restaurants
but
here.
that was gross. Sorry.
So you can understand the people working there.
Yeah,
and
no.
he's been there for 20 years.
He's probably beat down. He probably
There's
doesn't
also-
remember you. It's more that he's just beat down.
Yeah, I can't say it's that specific, but unfortunately for this poor guy, that lives rent-free in my house. So every time I see him, he's not Robert Redford, and that guy's done nothing wrong in his life
That's
that
what
I know
happens,
of,
though.
other than not being Robert Redford.
Right? It gets imprinted. But I have a question with your statement. Will that, as a customer, make you or affect how you tip them? If at the end the indifference is just like, that was the straw that broke my back.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You don't say, really? That's interesting.
Again, because that is your last chance to make an impression, whether it's
sure.
good, bad, or indifferent.
I see what
That
you
is,
did there.
that is your last chance to
Tagline.
make an impression. And at this restaurant, you pay at the door as you're walking out.
Yes.
And so that in and of itself is enough to make me think, well, why wouldn't you at least try to crack a smile? Again, I'm not asking, don't throw down your jacket so I can walk on it. Don't throw down the red carpet. But why can't you at least smile,
I mean, you
knowing
should.
that I am potentially on the way
Oh,
to
yeah.
pay?
That comes with the industry. You're in the service industry.
Oh, he was going through the motions the whole shift.
Yeah, if you don't have that kind of persona, I don't know. He sounds burnt out, though.
But and unfortunately, and that's real. Like you said, watching other tables, and when you listen, everybody has a bad shift or
For
a
sure.
bad decade of shifts. And this guy, I think it is one of those, if you find that you're just going through the motions,
With every table.
then shake it. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something in the
You
back.
do.
Shake it up. Walk into the walk-in. Cool yourself off. Scream. Whatever you need to do. But you gotta shake it up because, we've talked about, people are going out to eat. It's their moment, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah, they want a great
It's their
experience.
meal, and
That's
it
part
doesn't
of
have to
your
be.
job.
doesn't have to be above and beyond, but it has to be hospitable.
For sure.
Because it is hospitality.
Yeah, and I will take y'all's two comments and put them together. Does that affect how I tip and going out to eat, blah, 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 blah? Because I feel that today, especially today, because everything is so expensive, you know, going out for a meal is becoming a luxury. I mean, even just like yesterday where we went, the prices on the menu did not uphold the name of the restaurant.
That's an oxymoron. That's great, Matt. Shut up.
And because, you know, we walked in, I saw a poster for something, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good.
Right.
Catfish. And so when I sat down, my eye went straight to the catfish, and then I saw the price, and I was like, holy shit. This is catfish.
Right?
He said, holy
Lives
shit.
in
And
a
just paying
river.
for lunch.
And it's not even at a seafood restaurant. It's not on the
No.
beach. It's not on the water.
No.
You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
It was a chain.
So that also played into it. That, you know, if I am giving you my hard-earned dollar, or $18.99 to be specific, for the catfish, which was actually very good. It was.
I was about to say,
it
yeah,
was-
you said
it was-
catfish was good.
Yes, it was very good, and I am picky when it comes to catfish because I'm not a big fish eater. Surprise!
I wasn't ready. I was surprised by that
We
surprise.
disintegrate sometimes. Okay, anyway.
So anyway, I feel like I've talked enough. What do y'all think about it?
Surprise.
Well, okay, I will pose this premise from a server standpoint. I've been in my shift before, and I've had a table that we will not interact right, and it will like ruin me for the rest of my shift because something has gone so askew that I don't have that anymore. So I hope that as a customer, maybe if you do see the indifference or you get kind of like, well, dude, that person's not smiling and they look like, you know, they don't even want to freaking be here. It might be that they had a really poor interaction. And maybe not so much in the high-end restaurants. I don't know how much you deal with negative customer interaction in higher end, like 4 and 5 stars.
I mean, we still deal with negative customer interaction, but if you think about it, it can be, if you think people are entitled at a diner,
Not so much entitlement. I've
But-
had tables make fun of me and whip out
Yeah.
their phone to tape it and put it up on Facebook while they're verbally degrading me.
Oh no!
well,
Yeah. So when that happens, the rest of the day, I'm pretty much fucked, and I don't want to smile at you or be hospitable.
it's slightly different in high end, but I mean, it's still like I've had a table of 2 ladies in a high end restaurant say, "What did you really want to do with your life?" Which immediately tells me you're looking down at me as a server.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Yeah. And then I did tell them I applied to law school, and then I found out one of them was the president of Stetson and personally turned down my application.
Oh.
So, you know, did I want to keep waiting on them after that? No.
Fair.
But, you know, so yeah, you know, at any level of service, we can be taken out of it by customers just being customers. And,
That's fair.
I don't think they're all intentionally looking to ruin your day. But also, like, you know, if you had a bit of weeds earlier and then you're out of it, and then somebody, you know, it's one of those, you never know what somebody else is going through. You definitely never know
Exactly.
what another server's going through in their shift, that if that one table says one thing that gets to you. But, you know, on the server side of it, like, we can't let it affect all the
You
other
can't.
tables. And
No,
like,
you're right. That's a valid point.
It's shitty.
You have to compartmentalize.
You know, like,
and
other
just
people
kind of
get to
put
be
it away.
upset.
Yeah.
You know, you work in a cubicle and you're having a shitty day, you can bury yourself in your cubicle and fuck
Right.
everybody else.
Yeah.
But you can't do that as a server.
No, because you're in service.
Yeah, and that's the crappy part of the job, but that's also the job.
It is.
So, like, if you can't compartmentalize that, don't be in the job.
This was almost like therapy today. Thank you, gentlemen. I love this. That was words of wisdom.
Surprise.
Jeff. I appreciate it. This was a good topic, man.
But yeah,
Good job.
but yes, I think indifference is going to affect your tips. I agree
Yep,
with you.
I agree.
I
As
think
it should.
I think
Because
it
you're
should.
right. It's hospitality.
And, you know, and like we've talked about, I think we've hit on it multiple times on this podcast on many different episodes. if you don't think people are watching how you react and interact with other tables,
True. Yeah.
you dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
because
clueless. I agree.
customers look at everything and look at how you know,
Yep.
and that's going to affect the rest of kind of how they feel. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think some people think, well, my customers will think they feel special because I treat them special. But if you treat everybody else like shit,
Yeah, no, they totally see that.
yeah, then,
you
you
cannot
know,
treat tables
it's not
different.
okay.
Yeah, they'll actually call you out on it.
So
Yeah.
there is a chance Robert Redford's a burnt out server, but there's also a chance
I'm gonna go with that.
there's also a chance he hates me.
And
And it's really a coin flip on that one in this
50-50
town.
shot.
It's shocking how much of Jeff's past affects my
Your
present
current
day.
life, yes. Yeah, it is. Sorry, Matt.
You were texting with him this morning. My past.
Well, one of your past.
Oh, by the
There's so
way,
many.
he's very upset. My ex Bob is upset that you're not wearing bangles in
In the
last
video?
episodes of the last Beer with the Queer. He goes, "Why's she dressed down so much?" I said, "Because you can't be jingling on the podcast."
And my
Suck it, Bob.
comment to that was that could be our soundtrack.
The jingle?
Yeah.
Jingle, 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 jingle. Yeah, please wear them.
But also nice of him to notice.
That's the one thing he notices.
That's the
Thanks,
one
Bob.
thing he notices. Not that everybody at the table's ready to order. Anyway, Indifference.
Yeah, thank you. Indifference. Thank you. Thank you. Is this real chicken? No, it's fucking fake.
Another episode where we mention him. He'll never watch these. He's indifferent to
You
them.
should.
He's indifferent
He's
to
indifferent to
them.
them. Brought it back around.
Yep. Tip from Jeff.
Yeah, everybody.
Jeff tip today.
Yeah, everybody should be watching the episodes.
Jeff, Matt tip today. All right, you want to bring it home for us? Lay in the flame? Surmise?
That sounds like a lot of responsibility that I do not want.
Oh,
feel like
now's
you
not the
did it
time.
well.
Now's not the time to be indifferent on your own topic.
Oh, shoot. Brought that
Well,
full circle.
no, I'm upholding my topic by being indifferent.
Oh, he's driving it home.
Oh,
I liked what you said. Indifference. It can kill tips.
It can kill,
Hospitality
yeah.
is key.
it is, you know, and it's. I think it's a tough part of the industry, and maybe it's not fair, but also
You can't be an actor and go on set one day and go, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
And pretend to be someone else. You just have to do it. It just
I
is what
can't
it
be
is.
on stage doing comedy, being like, "Why is everybody laughing at
That's
me?"
right. I hate this.
Like,
Well, that's what you want.
no, that's not important. But yeah, these are
making a
parts.
parallel,
These are
Matt.
parts of the job.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
All right. Good
all
job.
right,
Yeah.
thank you. That was another episode of.
Serving
you.
you.
All right. Robert Redford, my ass.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. He's not Robert Redford.